3, 2, 1. Ease it down. And let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Shoot up the tee. We're up the tee. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Get the ball and rebound. My background, I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist. I was a Division I sprinter, so really my specialization is explosive speed and power. But also I'm a certified corrective exercise specialist. USA track and field, speed, different things like that. So my really gear set of mindset as a coach is performance. So you guys, if we want to have a really good group that comes up together, I mean, you guys, the ladies' high school basketball teams had success, men's basketball teams had success, football teams had success. There's a lot of winning going on in Princeton, and long-term success to be sustainable takes a process. When we talk about building athletes, we're going to layer this stuff in. So we're going to start with our foundation work, and then we'll progress to more advanced things, right? So who's ever heard of the Vertimax? Okay, yeah, Vertimax. So the Vertimax is a tool, and I want to show you guys some examples of tools, how they can be beneficial. But if you look around, we have weighted vests, barbells, wall balls, lasers, jump mats you guys are going to use today. All of these are tools. The real work comes from your guys' effort and progression. Let's talk about some of the things in athletics that are relevant. Now, we made this basketball specific, but it really is going to apply to anything. I'll start with strength and power. Strength and power is kind of going back to that Vertimax, vertical enhancement, and your jump shot. You have to have a certain amount of strength and power to create separation, go up and get that vertical when you're going to the board, or hey, if you happen to be getting bodied, you're trying to go to the post, you're trying to get that separation, hey, what if your opponent is a little bit stronger? And they could put a little less effort in and guide you, get you off your shot, or get you off of your, the plate you're trying to run. You'll step up, feet, hand step, float, land onto the jump mat. I generally ask my athletes to do this with relatively stiff legs, but we've not had a ton of training together. So again, you guys land what's comfortable. First off, we'll give everybody 2 or 3 attempts to have fun with it. Just make sure, again, you guys feel comfortable as you're getting used to it. The next thing I want to see is reactive component, because basketball, like I said, is play signals. You don't just run up to the rim, clap, here I go, and just throw down like a hammer dunk. What we have to think about the approach. So the next test is a reactive test. So we're going to go 4 repeat jumps, land on the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Land on the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull. We have speed. Look, I was a D1 sprinter. Speed's a pretty big part of my life, but I've never heard a coach one time say, man, if that lady was just a little bit slower, I'd love it. Man, speed is always relevant. And speed for you guys is court coverage. I don't know what specific scheme you guys run, but I do know that the teams that have the fastest, most explosive athletes have the biggest breadth of what they can do, both offensively and defensively. So then we go to agility. Agility really is the change in speed, mode, or direction. So agility is separation, guys. If you have a decent handle, but you got to get a little separation, that's where agility comes in, because you might have great handles and be really slow, or maybe you're just not very agile, that coordination is not that great. So that handle's not going to come in handy. Or maybe you got a great jumper, but if you can't get that separation, you're never going to get that opportunity. Mobility. Mobility for us, guys, is injury prevention. We're going to do some things to start off with, a little warm up, and test some mobility things on you guys. And I know, again, at your guys' age, you're probably thinking, why the heck do I care about mobility? I get you, because I was there. But mobility for us, and as you guys enhance your performance and your level of play, is really injury prevention. We understand at a high level now things like basketball athletes for ankles, hips, and hamstrings. All of these things, if we're not stressing these components, not only do they limit your range of motion when you're making your jump cuts, your sprinting, your agility turns, but over the long term, things like our knees, guys, our ankles, those tendons, those joints, those bone structures can become damaged. So what I want you guys to do, when I'm working with athletes, what I want to see right, is roughly the knuckle and the thumb. We could say, again, roughly 5 inches of separation of ankle flexion. In basketball, if you go and pull up YouTube or you just watch a game, you freeze frame when people are driving, or shooting, or cutting, really low aggressive shin angles. The best athletes I work with, and I work with elite level athletes, I work with them in Division I and youth sports, they have the craziest amount of ability to get in super low angles. Now we're gonna do this. You guys are gonna get your feet up against the wall. You're gonna kick your knee off, and you're gonna kick that foot away. Now that's internal rotation. I want all my athletes to have at least 30 degrees. So feet against the wall, let's see that. I want 30 degrees, and you guys are young and malleable. So I want the butt close and like a nice 90-degree angle from the knee to the butt. I'm gonna make you guys learn that, so we're gonna know angles.
Oh, wait.
So now, what I say, that's fantastic, that's really good. Keep pushing that foot away. Push it, push it. So that's a great internal rotation, but I bet when you were stretching that heel down, you can feel some tightness in your hip. So then this takes us into conditioning. We're gonna do some fun stuff. We're gonna do a little demonstration of how we take a shot feeling fresh, and then how we take a shot under fatigue, and why is conditioning important. A lot of teams don't think about that stuff, or maybe they don't understand how to do it right. You may have heard about or watched some movies, or you guys have been a part of a team where maybe it's conditioned the heck out of you for no reason. Yeah, you can do too much. But if you're in better shape, and you can play the game, and you can think about your handle, your shot, the offense, the defense, the scheme, and you're less worried about sucking wind and dying, that's an advantage. Get you on the assault bike. We're gonna go a 10-second max effort, hammer down, kind of simulating, hey, we're running and gunning. You guys can come in and shoot, and you're gonna tell us what feels the same different. Cool? So let's go. Basketball is down right here. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 10 seconds. Give me that work. Give me that work. Give me that work. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gotta go. Max effort. Max effort. 3, 2, 1. Ease it down. And let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Let's go shoot. Shoot on fatigue. We're on fatigue. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go. Get the ball, I need a rebound! I need a rebound! I need a rebound! Let's see it! You guys can tell me, what was the difference pre that max effort and then come back to that max effort?
Couldn't think.
Can't think. Breathing hard. Tired. So when you're tired, everything changes in the game, guys. You're not thinking about the scheme to play, what your teammates are doing. You're not thinking about what the opponents are doing. You're thinking about catching your breath. That's survival. I gotta survive. I'm coming off a death machine. Now again, we talk about conditioning. We want to make conditioning specific. So in a preseason environment, we might do some suicides on the court, the stuff that you guys don't like a lot. But basketball is both an anaerobic and aerobic sport. So you have to be explosive to get there fast, have that speed, and you have to be aerobic enough to do what you guys just did. And finally, as far as our performance-based pieces, balance and stability. We're gonna do another example of this. Hey, if you've got a great shot, let's say, you've got great handles, let's say, you understand the offense and defensive scheme, but you're not very balanced or stable, how often in basketball do you guys have an uncontested shot? Not often, unless the other team is terrible. Most of the time in the game of basketball, you have to create separation, or you're shooting under duress, right? So that's balance and stability, right? I don't care if it's NBA, WNBA, the best players in the world can make the shot look the same in different body positions. And that's where balance and stability comes to. When you're trying to get down to the post and someone comes on and gets you off balance, how quick can you regain your balance, keep control of the ball and move? And basketball is hard. I was good at running in circles and straight lines. You guys have to run around and dribble a ball. That adds an element to it. All right, so now we're gonna go one at a time. All right, we're gonna see the difference of shooting when you're comfortable and then shooting off balance. One at a time. All right, you're up first. Same shot. There you go. All right, now let's say it again. All right, now. So, you guys get the point. So now there is shooting under duress. What about when somebody's in our face? All right. What about when I'm trying to drive down to the post and someone's making contact? it's not often that you guys are gonna have that 5-6 foot. If you do, props to you because you snapped somebody's ankles off and y'all just wide open. Well, y'all playing some duty and y'all just get some wide open shot. But most likely, you guys are gonna have to shoot under contest, right? And that's what bounces the ability.